Hi guys, my name is Miss Julie and I am the teen librarian here at the Florence County Library. And today I have another First Chapter Friday for you. This time it's The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. And I need to thank Simon Pultz, imprint of Simon & Schuster, for allowing me to read the book. The view from the window of seat 27F is like trying to look through a snow globe after you've shaken it so hard the artificial white flakes don't know which way is down. Restless is the word that comes to mind. Is it safe to land a plane in a snowstorm? I stroke my fingertips against the screen of my phone, leaving behind a sweaty streak of mysterious residue. Is it normal for fingertips to sweat? My heart pounds in anticipation of our landing. And the battle between solid ground and 30,000 feet in the sky, solid ground wins every time, hands down. We've been circling for almost 45 minutes, waiting on our turn on the one plowed runway. I glance around to make sure no one is looking, unlock the screen of my phone, and swipe the little green airplane mode toggle to off. My phone searches for a signal. I silently will it to connect. But it won't. We're not close enough to humanity yet. I toggle the switch back to on. The flight attendants were all asked to take their seats 15 minutes ago. We're expecting a little turbulence as we descend through some weather in Denver, the pilot said. Why do they call it weather? Why not use a less innocuous word? A more accurate word. We're expecting you to be bounced around like the last few Tic Tacs in the box while we descend through this storm that we probably shouldn't be flying through to begin with. Weather could mean anything. It can mean sunshine and rainbows. It can mean warm rain and cool breezes. But they never use it to describe anything good, do they? When it comes to the airline industry, weather is unequivocally bad. Maybe that's how I should start referring to my life. As in, don't worry about Ren. She's just descending through some weather. It'll be choppy for a bit. At least then it implies transience. Weather always changes. It eventually morphs into something else and never stays for long. It sure beats the term supplied by the therapist my mother has been making me see for the past 10 months. Survivor's guilt. There's nothing short-term about that. I will always be a survivor. I will always be the girl who didn't get in the car that day. That will be my identity until the day I die. After that, no one can call me a survivor anymore. Miraculously, through the chaos of white, I finally spot the ground below. It's dark down there, even though it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Spotting the ground makes me feel how I can imagine old-time sailors felt when they spotted land after months in the treacherous seas. It's a beacon of hope. I am that much closer to not perishing in this storm. I am that much closer to continuing my legacy as a survivor. The plane shudders, dropping what feels like 1,000 feet in a heartbeat. A few passengers yelp. What causes turbulence? Do pilots ever get scared when they fly? I peered down at my screen and tried to toggle again. This time, my phone starts to connect. We are close enough to make contact with the rest of the world. I know I'm not supposed to use my portable electronic device in transmission mode until after we've landed. As a girl who's never so much as stolen a cookie from a cookie jar, this little act of defiance makes me feel strangely alive. Is this what it feels like to be a criminal? What do kleptomaniacs feel when they steal something? Fortunately for me, my crimes will most likely go unpunished because no one is around to witness them. The flight attendants are still fastened into their double-duty restraints. Why do flight attendants have different seatbelts than the rest of the passengers? The guy sitting in the aisle next to me has been completely absorbed in his e-reader since we took off. The fear in this cabin is palpable. I'm surprised the oxygen masks weren't released after the collective breath everyone stole when we started to toss around the sky like a balloon that someone let the helium out of. But this guy has barely looked up. Maybe he knows something the rest of us don't. Maybe his book is just that good. The middle seat between us is empty. I wonder if that person was running late and missed the flight. If we crash in the next 5 minutes, 2 months from now, he'll be sitting in a stuffy therapist's office, getting outfitted with the shiny new label of survivor's guilt. It will fit him as awkwardly as a suit you made for a one-armed, three-legged man. No matter how you put it on, there will always be an extra limb dangling out, an extra hole that will never be filled. As soon as I have bars, I race to open an internet search page and type in my first query. Is it safe to land a plane in a snowstorm? The answer surprises me. It's not the storm that in the air that's the problem. It's what it's doing to the ground. Ice, slickness, snow-clogged runways. Nothing that makes me want to choose pilot as a career path. The rush of finding the answer eases my anxiety. The answer itself does not. My fingers move fast, one by one resolving the remainder of my backlog and inquiries. The next few minutes I learn that 1. It's not particularly normal to get sweaty fingers, but it's not abnormal either. 2. Turbulence is the random chaotic motion of air caused by changes in air currents. 3. Yes, sometimes pilots do get scared. 4. Kleptomaniacs feel a fancy cocktail of emotions when they steal something. Fear, anxiety, sometimes even relief. 5. Flight attendants' seatbelts are actually safer than ours. They need to physically be able to help us in the event of emergency. The adrenaline of the search distracts me from the fact that we are landing on what could be a runway made of slippery glass, and I highly doubt this plane has been equipped with snow tires. We touch down hard, and the plane seems to tilt too far to the left, like the pilot is attempting to do an impressive wheelie. I clutch my phone in my hand as the brakes screech and complain, and I wonder if sparks are flying out behind us. I suck in a breath along with the rest of the passengers. I bet they all really wish they stayed in Atlanta right now. We finally slow to a safe, controlled crawl, and the plane erupts in applause. I skip the ovation and type in another question to my waiting search box. Why do some people live while others die? I hope you enjoyed the chaos of standing still. To keep up with all things like the teens at the library, please follow Flow Teenscape on Instagram, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!